at Voxxed Days Vienna, and I'm with Raquel, who's giving a talk this afternoon about controlling technical debt with continuous delivery.
Exactly. Yes, my talk is about which kind of automatic processes we can configure and use to reduce the technical debt, and especially in the context of microservices, because many companies are moving their whole applications, because big applications, into small pieces. That is what we call microservices, and it's a new opportunity to make things cleaner and automatic, to reduce the amount of time that we spend in things that are not directly related with the domain of our application, right?
How do you measure technical debt?
Well, technical debt includes a lot of things, but currently there are two main measures: that it's test coverage and also coding style violations, or the amount of time that you need to fix them. That in the context of Java, there are 4 or 5 solutions, open source, all of them, and they are easily integrated into Jenkins in our workflow pipeline. And this talk mainly what discusses is, currently the only solution to integrate this kind of tools is wait to know if there are new violations on our code base, and then after that we need to spend time fixing one by one manually. So since a few years ago, I was spending time in an open source solution that it's called Walmart, that instead of just waiting for your own manual solution, because most of them can be automatically fixed, this tool fixes it for you.
Oh, okay.
So the most common automatic quick fix that we all know is the organized import that we run in your own editor. But there are many more that you can automatically fix. And when you learn how to do this, it's better to apply the don't repeat yourself and do an automatic approach. So we will see how we can modify our Jenkins pipeline with this kind of fixing tools.
Okay, so I've come across that before, where maybe before you can commit your code, there'll be, I don't know if this is the right word, like a lint test to check that you meet code standards.
Yeah, you can also check your code style before committing. That's right. In fact, it's what you need to do. But when we have strong deadlines, we usually remove this kind of tools or this kind of checking, because we don't have time. And in fact, when we are in a kind of MVP or starting a new product, and we need to validate as fast as possible if the software responds to a real need, we need to spend our time just validating instead of doing clean code.
Yeah.
And if we start using this kind of fixing tools from the beginning, becomes easier to maintain the code afterwards if the solution is good enough.
Is there anything you can do about technical debt that's slightly more complicated? Like, say you have technical debt to upgrade a library.
Yeah, of course. Upgrade a library, in fact, if depending on the amount of changes, can also be automatically performed. But for me, the critical parts when we have an important debt is the refactorings that we need to apply to reduce the amount of time that we spend to implement a feature very similar to another feature, and go on. No? So, that's true, but it's also true that the first point that you need to do is to have full test coverage, because without it, you cannot refactor. And there is an interesting discussion about trusting tools, or like your editor, or having test coverage. Because there are some organizations that only believes in automatic change when they have legacy code, because they are more trustable than manual changes.
Yeah.
But for another part, I don't apply these kind of things if there is no enough test coverage, because you really don't know if those changes are affecting the final application. And in fact, that's the key. If you integrate this kind of quick fix in your pipeline, afterwards you need to run the test.
Yeah.
And see if everything is okay, just merge and forget it.